Okay, we are working on Latina Christiana, lesson 21. And I believe we did a couple in class. So these are the ones that we did in class. And what we're doing is we're taking the English word for fight, we're turning it into the singular Latin word, which is pugna, and that's a feminine noun. So the plural for it is pugnae. And over here I have our singulars a in first declension, plurals I, second declension us, masculines, singular us, and plurals e, and also second declension here, neuter, singular but the plural is a. This is the tricky one. See, you can a, I, us, e, a. Those are our plurals. And that's what we're doing here. So if we have dawn, dawn is aurora. That is a feminine there. And so its plural is aurorae. Aurorae. And we have charioteer that we learned before, auriga. Auriga. It's also feminine, so the plural is aurigae. Aurigae. Now I would like to hope that you would complete all 10 of these and then turn the video back on and just correct them with me. So that would be the best bet because I'd rather not have you write them down, but think about them yourself. So turn it off, come back on. Okay, we're back on. We've got dinner, cana, and that's feminine too, and canae is the plural, and lamb. Some people had trouble with lamb on our quiz. Agnus. Masculine, us, e, agni. There we go. I, oculus, also a masculine, and that means us, e, oculi. Injury, feminine word, injuria. And that could be a J or that could be an I, depending on classical or ecclesiastical. That's okay. Injuria, injuriae. Or you could spell it. This J could be an I. Either way. That's the plural. And island, insula. And the plural of insula is insulae. All right, now we're going to look at part D. I'm going to erase this and we'll do D. Okay, so in part D, we notice that we have a set of verbs and they're asking us to circle the endings and then to translate. So the first thing I need to make sure that you do before you correct this is that you go in and circle all your endings. So pause the video, circle your endings, and come back. And I'm going to circle the endings. Oh, us, tis, bit, interesting ending, bimus, bis, bunt, bitis. All right, so check, make sure that those endings are the endings that you circled on yours. Let's look at our endings. O-S-T, mus, tis, und. O is I, S is you, T is he and she and it. Mus is we, tis y'all or y'all, und is they. Okay, and then we have our bow, bis, bit, bimus, bitis, bunt. And those have a predominantly have I as their vowel, and that I, remember, stands for will. And the B is our tense marker telling us that we have a new tense coming up, and it is an I will, a future tense. So let's go back to our words. O, lawo, O is I lawo, laware, I wash. Appelant, you, he, she, it, we, you, all, they. They name or mention, or call by name. Any of those will work. I'm going to put they name because I'm running out of room. They name, mention, or call by name. Narat, I, you, he, she, it. We'll do she. She, naro, narare, she tells. Damus, this one gives people a lot of trouble. I'm not sure why the do dare. It just looks weird. You know, we get donation from this, but mus. Oh, look at this. I didn't even circle mus correctly. I'm off. Mus. O is I, S is you, T is he, she, it, mus is we. We, do dare, we give. It's like we donate. We give. Habitatis, tis. If S is you, the plural of you, tis is y'all. Y'all, habito, habitare. Y'all live. You get habitat from that. There's that do dare, das again. Don't get messed up by that. S is you. You give. You donate. Lawa, bit. Okay, so we have bits and bimuses and bisses and bunts. So we're now in our will future tense here. Bit. I, you, he, she, it. We'll do he. And we've got to do the bi part. He will. Lawo, laware. He will wash. Must be kind of dirty. Oops, he will wish. No, he will wash. Like lava washing down the mountain. Okay, apella bimus. Bimus. Well, we know mus is we, and the bi is the will. We will, appello, appellare, we will name, we will mention, we will call by name. There we go. Nara bis, there's an S. That S means you, and that bi means will. Naro narare, you will tell. And before I finish right here, I'm going to give you the code word for this week. And the code word, let me see what the code word should be. Okay, the code word is going to be our other animal in our house, and that is the animal Sid. So, Sid is our code word. Put that on your test this week. Okay, dabo. O is I, and it's got the b. I will, do, dare, datum. I will give. Don't let that donation word mess you up. Habita bunt. Und is they. And that bunt is in this will, future tense. They will, habito, habitare, they will live. And our final one here, habita bitis, tis, here we go, S is you, tis y'all. Y'all will, habito, habitare, live. There we go. So you've corrected all of those. And now at the bottom, we have derivatives. Okay, we're on E derivatives. And this can be a little bit confusing, so I'm taking time to do this. For number one, the most sacred building in Rome was the Temple of Jupiter, or the blank, and it comes from caput. So the word that comes from caput that talks about an important building, oftentimes an important government building, is called a capital. Capital. And it has that O in there. The OL capital is talking about a building. So hold that in mind because we're going to find another capital in this list and it's not going to be talking about a building. Number two, rock that comes from volcanoes. It comes from ignis, and it is igneous rock. Rock that has been heated up under the earth and then spits out and cools off. That's igneous rock. And now, common name for Satan that comes from Lux Lucis, and it is Lucifer, the angel of light. So Lux Lucis is light, and you can see the Luci in Lucifer. Number four, the car's blank wouldn't start comes from ignis, the word to ignite, and it is our ignition. Turn your key and you start the ignition to start the engine. Number five, Austin is the blank of Texas. Well, Austin is the capital of Texas, but Austin's not a building. Austin is a city, so that is a different capital. Capital. Or capital with an AL. Now you know something new. Capitol being a building, capital being a city, and we just say capital. They all sound kind of the same. Number 6. When a baby cries, we want to give him a blank, and it comes from pox, pockies, and there it is. It's a pacifier. Pockifier. See the pocky in there? A pacifier is what a pacifier really means. Now you can tell somebody that's kind of interesting. We couldn't get a temporary replacement. Oh, sorry, we couldn't get a permanent replacement, so we settled for a tempest, temporary one. Gave that one away. My cheesy little video. But there we go. We've got all the way through lesson 21. So you need to study your bam-ba-spot, bam-muspati-spant, and your vocabulary and your sayings, and be ready for your quiz on Monday.